Hey friends, my name is Aki Dearest. So something that I really wanted to address in this video was the rise and reactions of sexy female cosplays. Now, before I get started, I wanted to let you guys know that I am aware that both male and females have their own share of sexy cosplays. But there have just been enough debates on the internet for me to make a rant, specifically just for the female side of all of this. Also, this is a very touchy subject, so I do appreciate that if you guys just realize that this is just my own opinion. It's not to justify that this is exactly the way things should be. And I am open to reading your comments of your side of everything, but getting right into it. So at conventions, I'll see a lot of cosplayers, whether they bought their costumes or they handmade them. Some are really extravagant and then some are really subtle. And whether or not it's handmade or if it's bought, there's still a big chunk of the cosplay community that is consisted of a lot of revealing and sexy cosplays. And I personally have absolutely no problem with this whatsoever, but they'll go to a convention and then I see a lot of these girls getting a lot of attention, and you know, I've done my fair share of sexy cosplays as well, and you know, I've gotten a little bit of attention here now and then, but there have been times where I have met a girl at a cosplay convention and she had a really sexy cosplay, and there were a lot of photographers and she was pretty much one of the most popular cosplays at the convention. And then I'll see that photo later on, probably either the day after or a few weeks or even a month after the convention. And there's some cosplays complimenting it and realizing like the work put into the cosplay if she handmade it. But then there's also a big chunk that say the following, like attention whore, all I see are boobs, or wow, another slutty cosplay, get a life, or no creativity. Let's look at this specific comment right here. No creativity, just a girl and her boobs. This is the photo that I found that comment on. If you guys don't know who that character is, that's Yoko from Gurren Lagann. And to be honest, in my opinion, a fairly good and accurate cosplay of the character. Now, to say that there's no creativity put into this, she's just doing an exact image of what the original character design already was. If you're saying that this cosplayer is just nothing but a girl in her boobs, then you're also saying that the character design is nothing but a girl in her boobs, which that's actually pretty much true. But the way that it's being put is to kind of dismiss the fact that it's a cosplay and just saying that it's a girl showing off her boobs. And while probably like 10% of that is technically true, it's not to be said in a light where you have to completely remove the fact that it's a cosplay. You kind of have to put in your mind that that's a cosplayer cosplaying Yoko, rather than just a girl in a bikini. And as far as the creativity thing, I mean, I don't know what else she could have done. Like, is she supposed to change the original design of Yoko? Like, I've actually seen a couple of creative changes to the Yoko design, but she is just sticking with the original look of the character, so it's not exactly something that you can say that there's no creativity put into it. Not to mention she did hand make it, so there was work put into this cosplay. You may see a girl with just her boobs, but personally for me, I see a Yoko cosplayer who put work into her cosplay. Okay, yeah, and she's also pretty hot. The boobs! No, but in all seriousness, anime does have a very huge selection of sexy anime characters. So a cosplayer choosing to cosplay a sexy anime character, it's not like they're making this outfit up in their mind and then they just choose to wear it. Like, there is some purpose to why they chose that character, and whether or not like it's just to look good or whether or not it's for the fact that they really like the character, you also have to factor in that they are also most likely doing this in the appropriate environment. And by that I mean they're doing it at an anime convention. But yes, there is a part to sexy cosplays where the girl simply just wants to look sexy. Now, is that necessarily a bad thing? Like, is it really a crime to want to do a sexy cosplay at a cosplay convention? For example, if I choose to wear my Jill cosplay from Revelations, and then I wear that cosplay at GameStop Expo, then I'm pretty much doing it in the appropriate place, at the appropriate time. It's not like I'm walking down on the strip like this. Well, that's not really a good example considering on the strip there's like a bunch of girls in skimpy outfits. But it's not like I'm going to random public places where people are gonna be like, why the hell is she wearing that? If I wear it at a convention, it's because it's a convention. It's like going to the beach and slut-shaming everyone that wears a bikini. Now let's look at another comment. You know this cosplay is an excuse to look sexy, right? Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble here, dude, but As I said before, the original design is probably made for sex appeal. Whether it's anime, video games, or comic books, every single branch of nerdom has a very, very large amount of skimpy female-clad outfits. This actually reminds me of like a comment that I saw on the keyhole sweater. You know the keyhole sweater is just to show boobs, right? Oh really? No, I didn't know. I just thought that the hole there was just to air out my chest on those winter seasons. Of course we know that the keyhole sweater is to show boobs. Now again, I personally have no problem with sexy cosplays, whether it's for females or males. I personally don't think I could ever pull off a Yoko cosplay, but props to all of you that can. And even more props to all of you that don't think you can, but you do it anyway. So wrapping this up, guys, just to repeat myself again, I personally don't have any problem with girls doing sexy cosplays, as long as it's done in the appropriate place at the appropriate time. Or if you're doing cosplays and then just uploading them on the internet, then that's all on you. I'll probably forget all about those pictures by next week. And why is that? Because I'm a normal human being that has a life, and my life does not revolve around a girl posting revealing cosplays of herself. So if you guys have any other opinions on this topic, feel free to put in the comment section down below. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!